All right, so this is going to be our scouting report on Louisville, starting with their best player, Chucky Hepburn. Wisconsin transfer, has been one of the best guards in the country this season. First team all-conference, arguably an All-American. Has become a really good scorer. He's a really good playmaker, and is really good defensively too. Has been making shots at a really high level this season. He's really unlocked his game. Had 37 in this game against Pitt on a lot of ridiculous shots. But his progression has been one of the leading causes of how Louisville has been so good this season. Really good playmaker. Rain Smith, elite shooter. Followed Pat Kelsey from Charleston. One of the best shooters in the country. Can't give him any daylight. We'll run a ton of plays for him. Run him off a ton of screens. He's super aggressive shooting. He can beat you if you're not locked into him. Terrence Edwards, transfer from James Madison, versatile, scoring wing. Player of the year in his conference last year. Biggest demerit is the shooting. Not a great shooter, but really knows how to play in the lane, knows how to get paint touches. Bigger guard / wing. Uses size really well there against Jalen Lowe. Barkley a lot. Shot fakes, pivots, draws fouls. Here's a look at the shot. Like, takes a long time to get off. Just needs to be open. Javon Hadley, transfer from Colorado. Wing, driver. Was an elite role player at Colorado. Has become a little bit more than that here. Gets in the lane, plays off two. Really good defensively. Smart player. Patient on these drives. Likes to post up, and they will post him up in their offense. And has shot it well this year, a lot better than he has in his past, just on relatively low volume. James Scott, someone else that followed Pat Kelsey from Charleston. Play finishing 5-man. Good athlete, good rim protector. Has some versatility defensively. Pairs really well with Hepburn. Pretty simple offensive role, but does a really good job in it. Good rebounder. Abubakar Traore, transfer from Long Beach State. It's kind of a funky forward. Comes off the bench. Unconventional game. 6'5". More of a 4. Did a lot more last season at Long Beach State. Here he's more of just pure play finisher. Just because he's kind of 6'5", 4. Funky player. But really good offensive rebounder. Does help them. Gives them good minutes. Connie Roots. Athletic. Freshman forward. Can drive. Can hit some spot ups. Biggest impact on the game is just finishing plays. Shoot open ones. Hasn't shot it super well yet. Noah Waterman. Big confident shooter. Fits their system really well. Transfer from BYU. Run him off screens. Really good in spot ups. Some ball screens. They can get into some of this type of stuff early, but a lot of their offense is going to be set heavy. Something that we'll do a lot of early are these inverted ball screens. So there's Chucky Hepburn setting it. That's Javon Hadley driving. Rain Smith setting it for Javon Hadley. It'll almost always be Javon Hadley and Terrence Edwards, but like here it's for Scott. And they'll just play right out of it. But these are really dangerous. Like, teams struggle to guard this. I'll do it to an empty side too. So, good counter to when teams are top blocking. So a lot of teams will top block Rain Smith. So he'll run his defender right in to Hadley's defender here and hook at the angle to the rim. Can thunder into it. So thunder is what I call, you'll see a lot of it later, but a cut from under the rim screened off to the wing, and will thunder right into the empty ball screen. Thunder, empty ball screen. Thunder, here's that empty inverted ball screen again. And the past few clips has always been Rain Smith. Rain Smith is a really good and really willing screener. Here it is again, Chucky Hepburn setting it. And now we're posting up KJ Tenner. Here's another way we can get into it. So instead of this empty side under, Chucky Hepburn's just going to run right into it, almost like a rub. So here, thunder out. Chucky Hepburn runs right into it. Thunder out to the wing. Chucky Hepburn runs right into it. Set some guard screens too. So again, Smith, really good screener. Get into some more complicated stuff too. So guard, throw it, handoff, flare. Here we're just going to pop. So there's Waterman at the 5. He can always pop. Here we're going to get into a ram, and then he's going to ghost it. And we're going to get another screen. He's going to come off the flare. So layered set for the Smith 3. Here's going to be a ram, flip the angle, and then it's going to be an exit. Here it comes off the exit. 77 skip that a lot of teams have been running this year. Here's a way into it, so pin down, and now we're back into that same set. Spain, they like to twirl into it, so you'll see another clip of it. So twirl, there's a little twirl, into the Spain, Smith back screen, Hepburn to the rim. They'll leak out of it. So there's Rain Smith. Instead of setting it, leak to the wing. It's confuses the defense a little. The leak is really good when teams are switching the guards and dropping the big. So I think that's what Indiana was doing here. Some horn stuff. They have that loop curl that everyone runs. So loop over the top, hit the elbow, curl, layup. It'll get them into a ball screen, into a flare. That's what I call chest. So ball screen, flare, into that big empty side. Here it is again. Loop curl, ball screen, flare to that empty side. Loop curl, ball screen, flare, and there's Smith. We can get into a different flare. So ball screen, flare, here it is again, flare, there's Rich Von Hadley. We'll just chase into a side ball screen. So chase, side ball screen, Hepburn rejects it. Here it's into a double, so chase into the double ball screen, whole empty side. Here we're going to pop, and we're going to dive. So pop. And we have tons of space to dribble downhill. Here it is again. Loop over. Hepburn just rejects there. Some stuff out of delay. Delay is a little more simple for them. So there they're right into it to an empty side. Delay. Cut through. Empty side. Delay, cut over the top, empty side. There's Rain Smith. Simple zoom. Zoom. I'm going to curl over the top. some stuff out of staggers and aways. We can get into really complicated stuff out of this. So Smith's going to curl. Watch him, watch him, watch him. Set this back screen lob. Here we're going to curl. Come off. Touch, throw it back. And then watch. It's going to set a back screen while this ball screen's going on. And then we're going to veer into this screen to throw back to Smith. I see it again here. Same set. So handoff, and then we're going to set a back screen while this ball screen's going on. Player that set the ball screen is going to veer off to Smith, and he's going to get this little throwback. Some more simple stuff. So touch, ball screen. Just play right out of these pin downs. Here it is again. Touch, ball screen. Going to reject and to delay. And now we're just in a zoom. We have 3 players on this side. Only 1 on this side, so we have this big double gap to attack. Here's probably the most complicated set I've ever seen them run. And I've seen Pat Kelsey run it before, so this is like all by design. But I do want to walk through it. So there's the away. And then the away into a ball screen is what I call a ram. Double ball screen I call a 77, and they ghost it. So there's the ram 77 ghost. A double ball screen, and then a follow pin for the first screener is what I call an Oklahoma. So here's the Oklahoma, and he rejects it. So there's the reject. And then here's an away, touch, and then the handoff into the ball screen is what I call a Miami. So away, touch, Miami. And then a ball screen into a pin down is what I call a veer. A stagger where you curl the first screen, and then set a screen for the screener is what I call a gaggle. So there's the veer. Here's the gaggle. And then there's all for a drive and a throwback to Rain Smith. So yeah, that's the most complicated thing that I will see Pat Kelsey run, but it's pretty insane. Stuff out of Thunder. So again, Thunder is what I call cut from under the rim around the circle, screen out to the wing. So here's just the Thunder. Swing it, and now it's a simple away for Rain Smith. And we'll get into some complicated stuff out of this in a second. Here's a flare. So Thunder out, flare for Hepburn to this whole empty side. Follow ball screen. Thunder. Here instead of for Hepburn, instead of the big setting it, it's going to be the guard setting it. And Duke's going to switch, so we're going to slip it. Slip. Here we're going to Thunder out, handoff, throw back into a step up is what I call a Knicks. So throw it to a step up. And then Rain Smith's going to loop under for this back screen. So there's the Spain. Good pass from Hepburn. Here it is again. Thunder out, handoff, throw it back, immediate step up. Noah Waterman coming to set the back screen for the Spain. Thunder out, throw it back, step up. And then instead of Rain Smith coming to set this back screen, he's just going to exit out. So there he is, exiting out. Here we're going to do a Thunder. Flip the angle of the screen. And we're always looking to set these little end screens. Thunder. Hit him. And we're going to get a UCLA. Hit the big. Now we're getting into zoom with a little in screen on the weak side. The zoom, there's the in screen, and we're hunting that in this set. Here it is again, Thunder, UCLA, hit the big, come zoom, hunt the in screen. Thunder, UCLA, hit the big, we're into zoom. Patient, patient, hunt the end screen. Thunder, UCLA, zoom instead of coming off an end screen. Hepburn's going to wait and then replace. Terrence Edwards just drives. Here's a complicated set that I like to run. So Thunder out, touch, give it back. Go set the screen for this big. ram to an empty side, and the screener is going to come shallow out, in screen, lob. Here it is again, thunder, touch, go set the screen, shallow out, in screen on the weak side, and there's just so much going on. It's so hard to guard. Thunder out, touch, screen him, empty side, shallow under, in screen. There they hit the in screen. Thunder, touch, screen, screen, shallow, in screen. Hit the in screen again there. Thunder, touch, and now we're just into a ball screen, and there's their place. Another ball screen look out of it. Roots with the 3. Thunder, here we're going to hit the elbow. Eventually. There we go, hit the elbow. And now it's going to be a flare. He's going to flare. And it's going to be designed for him to come back and then get this handoff. So flare, Ricky, zoom. Here, this is a design post up for Hadley. So shuffle, into the post, turn around, seal. You see a couple of these. So thunder out, shuffle, turn, seal. Thunder, swing it back, shuffle, turn, seal. Here they're just going to swing it instead. So swing, swing. Here's the shuffle. Here's the screen, the screener. So thunder, swing, and here's Rain Smith setting the shuffle, and this is all going to be for him. So Rain Smith sets the shuffle, comes off. Here it is again. Thunder, swing it. Here's Rain Smith coming to set the shuffle. Doesn't even really set it there, just comes off quickly. And you'll see it again here. A good example of how quickly he gets out of it. So shuffle, doesn't set it, quickly comes out of it. Here's a counter. So swing it. We're going to act like we're coming off this shuffle right here, but instead Javon Hadley's going to come off this little pin down. So act like we're coming off, come off the pin down. Here it is again here. Swing it. Here's Rain Smith, acting like he's going to set this shuffle that he said a million times. Fake. And look at how badly we get Cooper Flag with this. Wide open 3. Here's another counter. This is going to be a rip lob. So there's the thunder. We set the shuffle. And now we're going to, and we do the swing like we always do. But then we're going to rip for a lob for our 5. Here it is again. Swing it. There's our shuffle that we set. But now it's a rip for the 5. Here it is again. Swing it. There's our shuffle we always set. And here's our rip. And then here's a good example of Hadley just being a smart basketball player. Just runs right into the man that they know they're trying to screen for the lob. A couple other things they do. Here's another lob. So we're going to flare. Screen. And this is all for Rain Smith to set a back screen for a lob. Another shuffle lob. So we're going to hit, pop out. We're going to act like we're trying to swing the ball here, and then watch Rain Smith. And then look how well they sell it. Like, look how high up we're pretending to try to want to catch the ball here. Here's a really cool winner variation. So winners that Brad Stevens set, usually on a sideline out late game. Here we just run it. So cross screen with a little split. And usually teams are hunting this shot, but they add a little wrinkle to it to get this zipper. So zipper, and that's all for Rain Smith. And that'll do it for our scouting report on one of the most complex offices in the country, Louisville. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.